Can McCaffrey do it again?
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Geis, his first carry of the game, takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 61 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Here's Watson now on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
From the gun on third, Watson. He finds his target. It's Crowder. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. The 30. the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll run it here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Johnson looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on third down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On first down, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now Cam, option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Ryan Anderson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you have two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
It was Eric Reed in on the stop. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Throw left side is complete to Reed.
Missed.
It will not go down. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. It's Geis on the counter, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 58 yards. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Throwing is Newton. Rolling to his right. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there. And now they'll have it first and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He's able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll give it to him up the middle. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, who ready? Who ready?
They'll hand it now to Geis. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Black 22!
To throw on second is Watson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Green the line! Green the line!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 21-0. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
Black 22! Black 22!
On the handoff, it's Geis. Fighting through it, he's got space. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet. Leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And here come the Redskins now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Watson, he finds Taylor, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards there for number 15. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw is Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Third down, here's Geis. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Newton on first down. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. McCaffrey. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first down throw for Newton. His throw incomplete. The tight end C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore, as the first half is winding down, and the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Down. Black 22. Black.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to the left here to Reed. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd down, here's Watson. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Watson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. The final shot before the break. Watson over the middle. That's caught by Taylor. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. 2nd half action underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And not a whole lot doing there, so get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered. But this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but, hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
That will hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case, let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Luke Kuechly with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. K1 short. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
False start, offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You have the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Down. Move ready.
Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Carolina getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key third down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball. Let him pick it up.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. They'll try the air now with Newton. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he stopped immediately there. Johnson on the counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now it's him carry for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
They're not in any rush offensively. And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, Johnson. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Watson. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now it's Watson. That'll be caught right side by Reed. That goes for a gain of 31.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
To the air yet again, Watson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Watson looks to throw again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And some room to work. Johnson jostles free. And he loses the football a second time. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought he may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them. And it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey! Blue lady! Blue lady!
Now Watson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw, Watson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.